Okay.
Pterodactyl's trying to get me. Anyhow, we got tagged in another collaboration. This is 5 questions. And hopefully the baby pterodactyls don't pack me off before we get to these questions, and maybe the rain won't wash us away either. So y'all just sit back and watch this.
Hi folks, it's Lee and Teresa from Stringfield Ridge Farm. We got tagged. We got tagged in another video. I love getting tagged because that gives us something to talk about, and that's why we like doing YouTube is communicating with people. And this tag is for 5 questions. We just done another 5 question tag not too long ago, so we've got a couple of the same questions, kind of. Mostly the question number 2, I'm gonna go on 2 because it says why you YouTube, and that's question number 2, not question number 1. But I'm gonna go ahead and talk about it because that was one of the questions in our last 5 question tag. And so if you want to, you can go back and look at the last one, and it's got that same question. And so we're not going to go into a whole lot about that, except that this is why, because we like community. We enjoy interacting with the other homesteaders and YouTube. And then we also like what Lee said.
If somebody else can learn something from us, that's great.
If we can help somebody else out and give some new people any advice, or we like watching them too and getting advice.
People nowadays don't get a chance to be taught anything like this.
Okay, so we'll go back with question number 1. So OkieRob tagged us, and he was tagged by Pratt's Greenhouse. And I just want to say a shout out to OkieRob and a few other fellas that are good old fellas that have been doing homesteading, gardening, and living off their land, and just good old guys. OkieRob is one of those, and James at Old School with a New Twist, and Archie Homesteader. And then Danny at Deep South. All of those guys are just good old guys that have been doing this all their lives. They can teach you a lot because they have been doing it all their lives and before there was any YouTube. Question number 3. How long have you been gardening? Well, we've kind of been gardening all our lives. Like my parents and my grandparents and gardened, and I used to have to work in the garden growing up. And then when I got married, I tried to grow a little bit, basic few things, and then I kind of got away from it. And same with Lee. Grew up gardening.
Yeah, I was having to help plant gardens, knee high to a grasshopper.
We both kind of got out of it for some years there, and then we decided to start growing a garden again probably about 5 years ago maybe.
Yeah, 5,
we kind of started ago. And we were same thing, we were just doing the basic stuff, and then a year ago, last year, we started the Back to Eden, or we call it Back to Basic because we don't use wood chips. We use compost and manure and leaves and shredded newspaper, grass clippings. So we call it Back to Basic. We started that last year and we really like it. So we're going to continue that. We've been piling more on, and we're going to continue that every year. We really liked that.
It's done really well.
Question number 4. What do you grow?
Some of the basics: tomatoes, cucumbers, corn, onions, okra, black-eyed peas,
things we
beans.
like to eat.
Done her some butternut squash last year. It done really well. Well, we done turnips, rutabaga that you wanted. It done pretty decent.
And herbs. I grow a lot of herbs. We grow stuff that we like to eat because we had there for a while. We were trying to grow just all the basic stuff, and we grew a lot of things that we really weren't eating a whole lot of. Yellow squash and zucchini. We will eat those. I will eat those, but we don't eat a whole lot of it. And we were growing too much of that. And there was certain things that we were growing, like all the basic stuff, but then some of it was kind of going to waste, or we were giving it away because we weren't eating all of that. So we decided to narrow it down and grow what we will eat and the things we like to eat. And some of it's basic stuff, but we like black-eyed peas, so we grow that, and okra, and onions. Our onions done really good. We just started 2 years ago some fruit trees and grapes, and then we have the pecan trees. Question number 5: your favorite things to grow. So mine obviously is easy as herbs. I love growing my herbs. I grow the herbs I use. I use I had grown it one time. I had grown like rosemary. He didn't like rosemary at all.
No.
On anything. He didn't like the smell of it. Doesn't like it at all. I love rosemary, but I quit growing it because he doesn't like it. So.
No, I'd rather just eat the rose off the rose bush.
That has nothing to do with rosemary.
It starts with the same thing, rose.
I grew flat leaf parsley. That done really good. I grow basil every year, and sage, and now mint. I have a lot of mint growing, and but I try to grow the things I know we'll eat. Okra.
That's my favorite thing. I love fried okra.
I will eat okra, but that is my absolute worst thing to grow because I can't touch it. I cannot touch it. It will just tear me up. I will itch to death if I touch okra. So that's my least favorite. My least favorite. So, and then maybe our fruit trees. We haven't really got, we haven't, our fruit trees are not producing yet, but I'm very happy to have them, and that's kind of exciting for us. And we just trimmed them, or Lee trimmed them for the first time. And I think he enjoys the black-eyed peas too, maybe, because he likes black-eyed peas, and he saved the shells. He saved the shells. I'm not sure what for, but they're still in my pantry.
I didn't know.
Yeah, they're still in there. There's still 2 bags of black-eyed pea shells in my pantry. I don't know why. What were you saving them for? What were you going to use them for?
I guess I was going to throw them on the compost. Never did do it.
Could have done that. Okay. So there you go. That's our
I didn't
5
know you
questions.
stuck them in a bag.
You were saving them, and so they were in a bag, and I stuck them in the pantry, and then you had another bag. Okay, so that's going in the compost pile right away. I didn't know what you were saving them for. That's funny. I should have asked.
I guess so.
Okay, y'all. So I guess I need to tag someone, and Red Duchess Farm. That was a new one that a new channel that they are close to us over in Southern Illinois. Jamie and Mark at Red Duchess Farm. Heritage Ways. If you haven't done this new 5-question, Red Duchess Farm and Heritage Ways on doing this new 5-question collaboration.
I remember what I put them holes in them baggies for.
What?
I was going to use them to help start being a little bit of kindling underneath the kindling in the fire.
Kindling under the kindling for the fire.
Yeah, you got to start out.
Was you really?
No, but it's a good save.
Whatever. Okay, thank y'all for watching. Give us a thumbs up and comment, and keep watching. We're going to have some good videos coming up, I promise. We're going to have some gardening videos coming up. What all we got coming up? Help me remember real quick. The hot tub, redneck hot tub.
Yeah, redneck hot tub. more primitive tools.
Yep, more primitive tools.
More primitive tools.
The
Maybe
boneyard.
Making the boneyard. Redneck hot tub. Gardening. Lots of gardening.
Yeah, lots of gardening.
Stuff coming up. And doing the chicken house. We're going to kind of redo the chicken house and greenhouse. We're going to build the greenhouse. I'm going to do a video on making kombucha from scratch. Making your SCOBY. So y'all keep watching. We got lots of stuff coming up. And the spring gathering is coming up. We're going to be showing some of that along with some, I know everybody will be showing that goes. But we're going to do maybe a couple of interviews. And thank you for watching.